Good evening to our audience and panel. I am Mr. Muaz, and for today's forum, the issue that we would like to discuss today is social media and mental health issues in Malaysia, the good, the bad, and the ugly. In the 21st century, science and technology become more and important to us. Technology provides helps in development, health caring, security, and others especially social, from telegram to telephone, then the internet, and now we have social media like Facebook, WeChat, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, and the others. It's become second to none in our daily lives. Why? Because social media gives benefits to us, such as mental health. Let's welcome our first panel, Mr. Dicky, to discuss the good of social media on mental health in Malaysia.
Thank you. I'm now going to sharing the benefits of social media on mental health in Malaysia. Firstly, media social can raise a person's awareness of an important issue to a mass audience quickly. Every day, more people are using social media to promote change and make a positive difference around the world. I give an example. It occurred in January last year when an advertising company posts a photo of an ad on Instagram with the soft arm to become the most liked photo ever on the platform. In just 9 days, the photo did achieve this milestone, receiving more than 52 million likes and 8.6 million followers to date. The second is creating and maintaining relationship. Not only is it a great tool for people who are looking to share their views and meet like-minded people with similar interests, but social media also provides us with the opportunity to stay in touch with people from all around the world. Social media has created opportunities for people who would otherwise never seen each other to stay in touch and nurture relationships. Moreover, relief from loneliness also is one of the benefits of social media on mental health. Social media opens a new way of communication. These social media's benefit for mental health can help ease the feelings of loneliness. It is helpful tool for curing mental illness. Social media protects them from being judged by people because of their mental illness. Last but not least, social media is often blamed for replacing face-to-face interaction. However, for some people, social media is a great platform to facilitate the conversation with like-minded people and build friendship. For example, a recent survey found that senior citizens are using social media to stay connected to the outside world. The survey of 1,000 personnel suggests that 7 in 10 respondents use Facebook to keep in touch and interact with their family and their friends. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dicky. Now, we know that media social brings advantages to mental health, like raising awareness, relief from loneliness, creating and maintaining relationships. But if we do not use social media wisely, it will also bring disadvantages to mental health. Let's have another panel, Mr. Fong, to discuss it. Mr. Fong, please.
Thank you, Mr. Moss. I'm glad here to discuss the disadvantage of social media on mental health in Malaysia. Although social media was originally established as a connection with others, it's now also a live communication tool. It has become a standard of how we measure others. For young people who socialize through the school system, this is a special problem that can be used to score themselves with their peers. where we can view the photo and life of other and conduct them with our photo and life in combination. This is not conducive to our mental health. The essence of social media is the most people present key point in life more often than boring things. So this point to seem to be normal. When we are high, we tend to publish the article. When we are low, we tend to browse other people's page. So the difference between the real life and the ideal life we see on the screen is filtered. Explanation lead us to feel that we cannot measure. We miss it. This affects mental health and make people feel inferior. So the next disadvantage of social media on mental health is causing self-awareness. The development of social networks has given the general public a good platform to show themselves and is a stage for young people. On a social networking site, young people are happy to show details of life in front of others. In the previous survey on which function of social media are frequently used, 79% of the youngsters chose to share their life on social media. On the home page, many people have to take a picture and post it on the social networking site before they're eating, shopping, and also having formal habit. This habit is not harmless because excessive self-expression will further expand its self-awareness. It must be advertised when eating in a certain restaurants to get the attention of fans and friends, and constantly update information about self. High forward rate and high comment rate are what they expect to see. So the weakness of personalities such as vanity are magnified, which make the relationship between people less harmonious. There was many examples of people who end up with a big tragedy because of a little contagion. Post-19 was originally a very self-awareness generation. Social media has expected their self-awareness, but the humble and prudent good character has been increasingly weakening. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fong. From the two panel, we already learned that social media not only bring benefits, besides that, there also has the ugly of social media on mental health occurring in our country. Now let's welcome our last panel, Miss Sam, for sharing the ugly of social media on mental health in Malaysia.
Thank you, Mr. Muaz. Good evening to Mr. Muaz and our two panels, Mr. Dicky and Mr. Fong. Today, I am going to share the ugly of social media on mental health in Malaysia. The first one is social media gave birth to anxiety. The massive amount of information in social media brings invisible oppressions. Everyone has more or less information about anxiety. To get attention from someone, somebody show off their wealth, or someone show off their achievements. Not everyone can achieve the most perfect state. In all kinds of ridiculous performance, many people have produced great inferiority complex, anxiety, and social media invisible induce their psychological pressures. Many people suffer from social media dependence addiction, just like game addiction. They constantly refresh the screen, craving for more response, craving for a higher popularity, and seems to become more sensitive, vulnerable, and wary while enjoying their eyes and suffering loss. According to the survey, a common phenomenon in social media is compare and compare, which refer to the behavior of people comparing their current situation and ideal situation all the time after browsing the life dynamics of relatives, friends, or others on social media. After their own real life become a strong contrast, they become envious. In several cases, you may even suffer from depressions. Besides, some people compares and compares from time to time, creating a virtual personality on social media which is only showing their best part of life or making a false appearance of life. Over time, it will cause psychological discomfort and moodiness. Next is the most famous issue, which is also the ugly of social media, that is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is the use of technology to harass, bullying, and intimidate someone else. The emergence of instant messaging tools such as Snapchat and WhatsApp has enabled the rapid spread of violence online, speech and image. On Facebook, teenagers are twice as likely to be bullied as other social media. Although every social media platform has a corresponding policy against cyberbullying, bullyinguk.com surveys data show that more than 19% of young people say that when cyberbullying occurred, the party concerned did not take any actions. Besides that, social media can also cause adults to suffer from insomnia due to anxiety, as well as negative mental states such as lack of self-esteem and fear of missing out. According to a recent study, cyberbullying is linked to depression and suicides among teenagers, with reports suggesting that cyberbullying is on the increase. Unfortunately, it is an ongoing issue that is extremely difficult for social media platforms to solve. That's all from me. Thank you for lending your ears.
Whoa, it sounds terrible. So we have heard from Miss Sam, there is the ugly of social media, which affects mental health still happening in every corner of the world. Thus, it is time for us to take action to stop the ugly happening continuously for preventing people receive the bad of social media, not the good. It is no use to cry over spilt milk so that we can get the good of the social media on mental health. Thank you to our fellow panels for attending these discussions. I appreciate that every panel lends us their free time to attend this discussion. Thank you.